Howdy, Michael, the Mercedes guy here, and we're working on a 123 wagon, a gorgeous wagon, and this is a common problem. This rear panel, the vinyl shrinks, and this is what you got, and it's even starting to come off here. So, and used ones, all of them are like this, shrunk. So the way that we're going to fix this, we're going to remove the panel, and I'm going to cut back the cardboard, and then there'll be this will be short enough here so I can put this vinyl back over it the way it should be. So the way to remove this, we're going to start with taking the light out, and always look for this little notch right here. That's the side on all dome lights, front or back, that comes down first. And you want to be real careful with these things because they're old plastic. So ease off the connector. Then there's a screw right here. We're going to have to be real careful because it's disappeared above this vinyl. Let's see if I can point it out over here. Yeah, we're going to have to be real careful. This vinyl is so brittle, I'm going to use a heat gun to warm it up in order to get to that screw. Okay, next thing we do is remove these screws. This takes a next size smaller Phillips, and you certainly don't want to round out the Phillips in there. You'll have a heck of a time getting the screws out. Okay, with the screws out, we pull it backwards. There we go. The reason backwards, there's clips, a hook right there that goes in this way. So don't try to pull it forwards, pull it backwards. And you can see here where the screws go at the very front corners. Okay, now, as you can see, this vinyl has not only shrunk, but it's gotten very brittle. So I'm going to, I don't think I'm going to be able to actually trim this back on the sides, because that needs to actually go in to the rubber, above the rubber, for these rear windows. But at the front edge, I certainly can trim back. And then heat this up and fold it over. Okay, so down here I'll be able to heat that up and glue that. It hasn't shrunk too much, but we get up here and it's just not going to be enough. So we're going to trim off from here over, and we have to kind of figure out exactly how much we need. We need to go a little bit further than that. So my eyeball measuring. Yeah. Now, you want to use some heavy-duty scissors or tin snips. These are some nice scissors made in China about 40, 50 years ago. Handmade. Let's see if they're strong enough to cut this stuff. And the thing is, you can always cut more off. You can't put it back. Okay, let's see just how that will work. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Okay, let's see how that will fit. Boy, this stuff is so brittle. Yeah, that's gonna work. It's gonna work. By the time it gets on there, maybe I'll take off just a little bit more right here. But I'm tapering it, so I'm not gonna take off much. I'm getting some tin snips. Okay, now we're going to heat it and glue it. Okay, next step, I've got some contact adhesive and heat gun. I'm going to start warming this up. Now, if you get it too warm, it's going to shrink. So you want to be real careful as you do this. I'm going to start right here. Yeah. Okay, we're having good results. So I'm going to heat all this up and bend it over. Then I'll glue the whole thing. You got to be real careful. So I'm going to use a spatula to get this started. Okay, I'm using every clamp I've got, so I'm probably gonna glue sections of it. The reason I'm having to clamp it, when I heat it, even though I bend it over, it wants to go back. So, and I'm almost out of clamps here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to lay down a line of glue right here, and then tip this up and push it in there. Okay. Okay, I've got the glue pushed in there. I'm going to wipe off the excess right here. Then I'm going to lay down tape. The reason being, if I put my clamps on there, the glue will get on the clamp, and when I take the clamp off, it'll peel the vinyl back, and we don't want that. Okay. And I'm going to use a stick of wood. Okay, I've got a piece of wood there, so I don't have to use so many clamps. Okay, now we can continue. Okay, we got this all. I actually used JB weld on the whole thing because I never want to do this again. Anyway, here's what it looks like, and we're going to install it now. And we have to slide it forward onto these two hooks. And also, you don't want to lose the pigtail for the dome light, so let's make sure that's accessible. Okay, I've got the panel on the two clips, and I put in the screws at the back. But you can't really put the screws in at the front until you tuck this underneath the window seal. This whole lip right here has got to go under the window seal. So I'm using a hook tool like this. I'm going to start down here at the bottom. And one tool I need to get is a rotisserie, and I can tip this car upside down so I don't have to work on my back here. Because this is not an easy job. Okay, I got these two screws in, and do notice though, this cardboard has fallen down a bit, and there's really no way to fix that easily. There's probably a way to re-soak it and put it in some kind of form and bend it again, but compared to what it was before with plastic hanging down and flopping in the wind, it's way better.